Some kind of scary weather moving in.
Yeah, it's very fall-like. It is very Halloween-esque, and we are getting a few showers. Nothing dangerous, don't worry. Not that kind of scary, all right? We will be talking about a little bit of wind activity on Thursday, but in the meantime, let's talk about what we're calling storm number 1, since we haven't really had a ton of rain this October. I know the first half of the month was a little gloomy. Second half, or I should say second part of the month, was not bad at all. And now currently, as we end the month out, we're beginning to look a little bit more how we should look. All right, some showers here pushing in. We got a few texts, people saying, hey, got some rainfall in Federal Way. As you can see, we got just a few showers right now in Puget Sound and all those out towards the Kitsap Peninsula. The bulk of the energy, Forks, I'm going to point you out, La Push areas right around the Quileute Reservation, and then on down south in the central part of the coastline. This storm really is breaking apart as it's moving on shore. So I do not expect a lot of rainfall. This is just going to push through tonight. Then Thursday, this one's much more on the potent side, which is why I think we're going to have a little wind-driven activity. And big wide picture shows additional systems. I know they're way out there in the western Pacific, but they will be moving along that assembly line and eventually right here at home where we're going to be seeing a little bit more shower activity. So on, off, okay? Let's go through the rest of tonight. This storm, like I said, it breaks apart, but we still see a few showers pushing through. I think best areas to see it will be along the foothills. I know we've got some around Puget Sound right now. Northwest interior, I think you're going to be seeing some lingering activity, and then same thing for South Sound all the way up into the foothills and the Cascades. Then we go into tonight, everything dries out. We keep the clouds, all right, some fog probably likely in the morning, cloud cover early. Then we'll just turn mostly cloudy by midday into the afternoon, so I really don't think it's even going to be that bad for your Wednesday. Temperatures mid to upper 50s, maybe some low 60s, depending on how much sunshine we get. But there's storm number 2. Technically, it shows high clouds already reaching throughout the second half of the day tomorrow, but most of the rain, again, most of the rain will hold off until Thursday. Coastal spots, you'll be showery through Wednesday evening. Let me go through Thursday now, okay? This wave pushes through, scattered activity, okay, begins to pick up, begins to turn a little bit more widespread. This is 3 in the afternoon on Thursday. This will kick up the wind, and that will bring rain for pretty much everybody. So to break it down, tomorrow, cloud cover, yes. I do think we should see some sunshine before the next round of activity. At least I'm hoping for that. I know it's going to be pretty limited given the fact that we've got these systems back to back, but if we can get it, that would be nice. I'll put us at 58. Showers and a little wind on Thursday. Friday will be drying out. Saturday we're dry, but then a new storm arrives on Sunday. So as you can see, this is turning more in the on category in terms of the rain showers for the next few days.
All right. Thank you, Jordan. Time